New Year's Bowls keeps coming to you from the Henderson Bowling Club in the $30,000 Trust New Zealand Open. Stephen McIver, Terry Scott, and this is the real marquee event at the end of this program. It is, of course, the men's singles final. Shane Sincock out of Christchurch and the Blenheim-born, now Wellington resident, and the youngster, 21-year-old Matt Gallop. This has got everything riding on it.
Oh, it certainly has. Shane Sincock has shown his form earlier on in this tournament. He has won the triples event already. He's in a top classy bowler. Matt Gallop, 21 years of age. He's one of our up-and-comers.
Yeah, I know, and I'm going to throw this one at you. You're a selector who missed out late last year on the national team. How long before we see him in the national team?
Well, if he keeps putting in performances like this, I'm sure it's not going to be too far away.
Terry, this will be a good test for him because we saw in the triples, Shane Sincock's got a very cool head.
He has. He's been playing very, very good bowls. Don't write off Matt Gallop, though.
All right, there you have it. It's the young versus old battle here on this wonderful rink here at the Henderson Bowls Club. It's the men's singles final. It's Sincock against Gallop.
It's the final event in the Trust New Zealand Open 2008. The men's singles competition is underway between Shane Sincock from the Red Cliffs Club in Christchurch and Matt Gallop from Eastbourne Club in Wellington. Sincock has already experienced finals activities here at the Henderson Club, having won the men's triple event with Gary Watson and Lance Pascoe, as the 21-year-old Matt Gallop has also performed credibly throughout the tournament in the pairs and triples, and of course making it through to the final of the singles. With me for his expert analysis in the game, and it's the World Bowls gold medalist Richard Girvan. Richard, has he got any early predictions to make in respect to this singles game?
Oh, tough one to pick here. Two very quality players in Shane and Matty. I think we've got a great game ahead.
So each bowler has already delivered one bowl, and just to update our viewers on the format that takes place in respect of the singles event, we play two sets of 9 ends, each bowler having 4 bowls on each end, and the winner of the 2 sets, of course, will take out the title. If it is 1 set all, then the players will go in to a 3-end tiebreaker. The opening bowls from Sincock and Gallop. Sincock playing with the maroon coloured bowls as we see his second, travelling towards the jack, and Matt Gallop, one of New Zealand's rising bowlers, with the green bowl. Matt Gallop playing his third bowl on the forehand. Should be an outstanding final this. Both players excellent draw bowlers, and when the necessity arises, not afraid to attack the situation with a high percentage of accuracy recorded. Matt Gallop making it through to the final with a huge win in the semi-final over the experienced Mark Jacobson. We saw Mark Jacobson a couple of weeks ago in the Sky game in the pairs final, taking out that event. Matt Gallop winning it in a tiebreaker, winning the first set to 10-1, losing the second and taking out the tiebreaker 4-2. Tiebreaker being played over the best of 3 ends. Matt Gallop recording a 4 on the first end to get him off to a great start in that tiebreaker. And also in the quarter-final game, having a win over one of New Zealand's other rising young bowlers in Chris Lalive from Auckland. On the other side of the count, we had Shane Sincock playing Danny Delaney in his semi-final. A little bit closer for Shane Sincock, tying the first set 7-all and winning the second at 6-4. So it's been a tough row for these two players, and they've made it through to this final in some pretty calm conditions at the moment at the Henderson Bowling Club. Matt Gallop through the gap. Presently 1 shot to Shane Sincock. Conditions pretty good, really, Richard.
Well, it's a beautiful sunny afternoon here at Henderson Bowling Club, and great conditions. Crowds certainly built up here, and I think we're going to see a lot of close bowls in this match, Terry.
We've certainly seen them so far, and that's another one we see from Matt Gallop there. Had an opportunity to move the jack underneath, so studies it as he wanders back to the mat, and the last bowl being played by Shane Sincock. Shane Sincock presently holding one shot. Looking to add another. Just a touch more green. Good crowd come for this final match. The last of the 2008 series.
2 sets and a tiebreaker if required. We will play the full night.
Matt Gallop delivers the jack. The winners of the previous end, which was Shane Sincock on this occasion, have the option as to whether they wish to take the mat and deliver the jack or hand it to his opponent. And we see the trend that most male bowlers adopt in the game is to give it to their opposition.
That's right, Terry. The men's game particularly aggressive predominantly, so that last bowl is obviously very important.
Yes, well, last week it was interesting when we were watching the women's final. It was Jo Edwards who handed the jack to her opposition, and she did that quite often because she won that event very convincingly. But when Lisa Prideaux did win, she decided to take it herself, and so often we saw and made note of it during that game, how the end changed with the playing of the last bowl, and it was Jo Edwards' last bowl that they got her a lot of shots, and I'm sure we'll see that situation arise here today. The player with the last bowl tends to dictate a game to a fair extent. Once again this week, the green at the Henderson Bowling Club running around about the 19 seconds. Very, very quick, the Starweed green. Particularly in light of the fact that this final is in the afternoon. It's had quite a bit of sun on the green so far today. Dried it out a little bit. It was rolled just prior to the event starting. It'll certainly be very quick. Second bowl, third bowl from Matt Gallop. This is the third from Shane Sincock. Close for the shot at the moment. Shane Sincock using the maroon bowls. Looks to be on a pretty good track here as we see it coming home, and looks like it might be number one itself. You can see it there, that is definitely the shot. Third bowl putting the pressure on to Matt Gallop, who has only one bowl to play. As our marker, New Zealand representative Ali Forsyth, indicates to the players, that is to Matt Gallop, that he is one down. Ali Forsyth looking after the game for these players and gives us the indication with the lollipops as to who has shots, as well as to the crowd. Matt Gallop just slightly heavy once again. Three consistent bowls, but so see Ali Forsyth asked if there's any change. Hope he's got the slip slop slap on out there, because there's a bit of head to sunburn, isn't there?
There certainly is, and no hat. Shane Sincock down on his backhand again. Left-hander from Christchurch. Just not quite going to reach this.
Well, it's interesting. Matt Gallop changed his hand over to the Shane Sincock side of the green. Shane Sincock has played most of his bowls down that side, and as we've seen in a number of our previous matches, it seems to be the more favoured side of the green. Taking a big draw, but a lot truer. And once again, Shane Sincock staying on that hand as well. Coming up a wee bit short. Matt Gallop started his bowls back in 2000, so relatively young in game experience. You certainly wouldn't think so with the first two bowls he's delivered on this end.
Comes from a quite a prestigious bowling family too, Terry.
Certainly does. His father, of course, Lloyd Gallop, Marlborough representative and bowls, and his late uncle Kevin Gallop, who from my memory made it through to the final of the national singles, was beaten by Ivan Kostinich a number of years ago at Matamata when the final was held there. So the bowls is in the blood. Just 21 years of age, Matt Gallop, turning 21 November of last year. And certainly picked the weight very, very well on this end, the third end. As Ellie Forsyth indicates to us, he's holding three. Good work, Ellie. Sincock trying to reach in with a little bit of weight, goes wide.
Looking to draw a fourth shot, Matt Gallop here down on his backhand. Just starting to break now towards the head. Looks very good. Looks like that's 4 now to Matt Gallop.
Yes, certainly so, Richard. That's some good bowls from Matt Gallop. Going to change his hand over to where we see it. It just seems to be the kinder side of the rink.
It certainly seems that way. The players have been way more consistent down that side of the rink.
Matt Gallop's last bowl, as we said, holding 3 shots. Can he make it 4? And he does. Very, very good bowl. Not much of a target or anything for Shane Sincock, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does play with some aggression. Looking at drive, perhaps those two bowls that were together.
I think so. I think this is the first test for Shane. See how he holds up under the pressure.
It's on its way. Can he get the front bowl square? He did. He got one of them out. He hit his own front bowl. It's 3 shots to Matt Gallop. He's on the scoreboard. Shane Sincock on the drive. We can see it coming down the centre line, right down the chalk line. Gets his own front bowl, goes through, takes out the 1 shot. And Matt Gallop's 3 green bowls remain there. Well, part of the crowd that's just soaking up the enjoyment here at the Trust New Zealand Open, the final event to be played, the men's singles, the premier event of the competition. Shane Sincock, a courier driver from Christchurch. He's already delivered 1 package with $1,000 to his home. Can he do it again? Of course it is. $2,000 up for the winner of the singles event. $1,000 for the runner-up, so he's guaranteed another one. Gallop picking up 3 on the third end. Well, we can see from that, Richard, how quick this green is. Look at these bowls, they're just wandering on and on and on.
It is absolutely flying.
Yes.
Very much touch bowls out here, just let it drift off the fingertips.
Yep. Matt Gallop, second bowl, looks to be tracking towards the jack. It's a pretty good bowl from Matt Gallop.
It certainly is, and even at this early stage, it just looks like Matt Gallop's just found that speed just a little bit better than Shane at the moment.
Yes, it was the first end that Shane Sincock opened up with some very good bowls, picked up a single on the second end, but now we've got Matt Gallop has turned the tables a little bit. Excellent, excellent last end when he got 3 shots. Shane Sincock's reply. Affected by the breeze a bit. It's pretty well pointed though. Not quite making it, pulling up short.
And also hiding the jack now, which could affect the way he plays his last bowl. Another nice bowl here.
Oh, look at this from Matt Gallop. This is excellent stuff.
Looks very relaxed, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Shane Sincock, third bowl, cut the green. Must have some weight. He's looking to track towards the jack. He's pretty well pointed, isn't he? Got connection with his front bowler as he's straight through the hole. Oh, he's moved the jack. Well, he certainly reduced the count. Probably a little bit unlucky there, Shane Sincock, because he looked as though he had the jack, and then he looked as though he had the hole. Got a bit of connection with bowl and jack. Shifted it back, and we can see the green bowl of Matt Gallop just resting on the red bowl. As we see it again from Shane Sincock. It's pretty well pointed. Look at this. Excellent stuff.
Very, very good attempt there from Shane.
Well, Matt Gallop pulling up short with his last bowl, but he's happy to score the 1 shot and take the lead out to 4-2 at the completion of the 4th end.
Shane Sincock opening up on the forehand here. Much shorter length. Trying something different already.
Yes, looking for some variation. And pretty well pointed with his first, but you're going to have to be close in this game, because Matt Gallop certainly has hit his straps early on. Continuing on the backhand. As we see the ball journey towards the jack. Matt Gallop on his backhand. Don't think he's got enough weight to reach it, Richard.
Not quite, not this time.
Shane Sincock delivering his second bowl, continuing on the same side of the green. Heavier. Shane Sincock. Here are me. Give my S's. On his forehand. Slipping past the front bowl of Matt Gallop. It's a counter. Doesn't quite make it. A little bit looser on this end, Matt Gallop.
Well, the change of length has certainly helped Shane here. There's Ellie Forsyth. He's got the Merv Hughes look going there. Terry, Big Mo.
I thought you might have been referring to the rest of him. Big fella. What has he been eating, those lollipops?
I'm sure he's quite partial to a lollipop or two.
Shane Sincock changing his hand, holding 2 shots, looking to draw. Well pointed, get up around his own bowls. He certainly has. There's 3 shots to Shane Sincock. Good stuff. Well, what now for Matt Gallop?
Well, that's a great bowl for Shane Sincock. He's actually covered the jack there. I think we might be seeing a little bit of weight, maybe down on the forehand side through those 2 maroon bowls there, Terry.
Certainly looks inviting, doesn't it? However, it just may well be that he's going to stick to the draw play. He's perhaps confident enough that he can draw this shot, or at least reduce the count. He's had some short bowls so far. How's he looking this time? I don't think he's there again, is he?
I think he's short again.
No, look at that. Well, 4 poor bowls from Matt Gallop on that occasion, considering what he's played in the previous 2 ends. And it is Shane Sincock that picks up the 3 shots and gets back into the lead by 1 and taking it by 5-4 at the completion of the 5th end.
Sincock straight back with a 3, so 5-4 now the lead for Shane Sincock. 5 ends into the first set, men's singles final.
Matthew Gallop his turn to throw the jack. Gone a little bit longer. Something that might suit him a little bit better.
Interesting choice from Shane Sincock. He just scored a 3 on the last end on a very short end, but once again he has given the mat away.
Yes, and that can be the time when you decide, well, maybe I need to take the jack. I dominated on that particular end. Perhaps I should be taking the jack one more time and try it out again, throw the short end, see if I can pick up some more shots. And if he did, then you may have seen a change in the situation. But here he's given it to Matt Gallop, throwing the longer end, and Matt Gallop, as we can see, his green bowl there, very close, and definitely the shot.
And as our viewers will probably know, that first bowl in singles is very important. And Matt immediately has put pressure on Shane by getting that first bowl within probably a foot of the jack there.
Bowl number 2 coming into view from Matt Gallop. Pulling up short. Another counter. Shane Sincock. Out to deliver. On his backhand, the left-hander. Has he got enough weight to get past the green ball? That's what he's got to think about. Has he got enough to get past? He hasn't. Makes connection with it. Definitely 2 shots to Matt Gallop. Forced a change of hand for Matt Gallop. Doesn't want to make any connection with the red bowl we can see in the top left-hand corner. That's the Shane Sincock bowl. Well, Shane Sincock was on the mat and looked as though he was going to change his hand, and I couldn't really quite work that out.
Interesting choice here.
Well, driving. Certainly in the area. He's got one. He's taking one of the shots out. Well, a change of heart by Shane Sincock halfway through there. He looked as though he was going to perhaps draw or play with reaching weight on his forehand, and then elected to go for the drive. Reduced the count by one, and we can see the bowl sitting beside the jack there. Well, Matt Gallop, well, he needs to be up with this one. Is he up past the Sincock bowl? Don't think he is. Well, Sincock could well be tempted to drive again here. I think he's only got the 1 second. Replay of Sincock's drive. Looks to be right on target. If he missed that bowl, he would have had the jack anyway. Anything could have happened. If it goes outside the boundary peg, we'll explain the re-spotting situation to you if it happens. But Sincock looking to drive again. He's lining it up. He's looking for the bowl. He wants the bowl or the jack, and misses.
Through the gap from Shane Sincock.
Well, it wasn't a big target for Shane Sincock. It was a 1-bowl target. He needed to remove the offending bowl to get the one shot. As we see it once again on our screen, it's coming pretty much down near the centre line. Just slips past the jack. Well, the umbrellas are up for shade only. There's certainly no wet weather around here at the Henderson Club today. Some of the corporate boxes along the side of the green.
Auckland Bowls president there.
Well, commencement of the 7th end. 5-all. Shane Sincock from Christchurch. Matt Gallop, the bar manager from Wellington. Opening bowl for Matt Gallop. Very crucial end, the 7th end. Remember, they only play to 9 ends in each set. Shane Sincock, first bowl. Good meter past the jack. Matt Gallop watches his bowl intently. Turned away. No. Sincock will want to put the pressure on Gallop if he can. Interesting scoring. Both of them have scored 3 and 2 singles in the 6 ends that have been played. Shane Sincock has 2 opening bowls. Good meter past the jack. Opportunity for Gallop to draw.
Much better bowl here from Matt Gallop. That's a great correction from the young Matt Gallop there.
Yes, an excellent bowl from Matt Gallop. Holding the 1 shot at the present time. Shane Sincock electing to draw. Knows that he needs to get 1 close. He doesn't want to drop 2 or 3 on this end. He walks away disappointed because his bowl is well short. Now, look at it. Not happy at all about it. As we see the bowl from Matt Gallop, the shot bowl. Look at this. That's the class he displayed earlier on in this event, earlier on in this game. As we see his next bowl coming down a very similar line. Well, he's travelling in towards the jack as well. Will he put it right beside it and encourage Sincock to drive? I think he's going to be tempted. Shane Sincock on the mat, looking to drive. Needs some disturbance. He's on its way. Not happy at all, Shane Sincock. Oh, that's one of his terrible drives. Well, I can assure you at home watching this that Shane Sincock's a far better driver than that. Big opportunity for Matt Gallop now to pick up a 3. He'd dearly love to go into the yes, Shane Sincock not happy at all, is he?
Oh, this is a big opportunity for Matty Gallop in this first set.
Yeah.
Holding 2, drawing again down on his backhand. Looks to have a very similar track to his last.
It certainly does. Look at this from Matt Gallop. 3 excellent bowls. Oh, that's great for him. It takes him out to an 8-5 lead. Only 2 ends to be played. And this, the first set. All sorts of pressure going on Shane Sincock. That'll be hard work for him. Oh, look at this from Matt Gallop. 2 bowls already beside the jack. Make that 3. Make it 3. Matt Gallop, well done. Well, Shane Sincock linked to go for the fuller length end. Struggled to some extent on it, but looks to be pretty adjacent. No, going through. Well, we saw Shane Sincock here a couple of 3 weeks ago playing the final of the triples. He was in an outstanding form. He really did hold his team together in that event. He's the winner of the Canterbury Open singles in the past, champion singles. So he's experienced in this discipline as well as triples. Canterbury representative for a number of years. 7 Canterbury titles.
Well, he looks to be quick again here, Shane.
Yep, he certainly won't be happy with those 2 bowls. That's rough for Shane Sincock. It's a far better bowler than that. Matt Gallop, the second bowl looks to be pretty good. Have a look at this bowl coming in.
Well, once again, that's a great correction from Matty Gallop. Probably a yard through with his first, especially on a green that's quick to correct that well. As
Shane Sincock, of course, who dropped a 3 on the last end, 8-5 behind. Doesn't want to drop a 2. It'll be all over in the first set for him. Needs to reduce the count with this bowl. Hopefully get the shot with the next. Matt Gallop. Still got 2 bowls to come, holding 1. Each set being 9 ends. So Matt Gallop follows his bowl, chasing it towards the jack, but heavy. Well, there's been a lot of bowls drift through there. All those bowls have been played down the left-hand side of the green as we look at them. Look where they're finished, all across on the right-hand side. Drifting a long way across as some of our spectators take in the intense match that's being played. Shane Sincock wanders up to the head, consider his options. What do you think, Richard? What's he sort of thinking about here?
well, with 1 end to go and this 2 ends to go, sorry, he really needs to score 3 behind.
Yes, he's got 1 more end after this. He can't afford to drop the shots. It's unlikely to see either player pick up a 4 on an end. It is possible,
I think
but
you might
unlikely.
find he might try and run that jack. He has got the back bowl. He has got second shot as well.
Now, is it a tempter for him to perhaps run the bowl out and or alternatively pick up the jack?
I think that might be his option.
Well, never shies off Shane Sincock. Always keen to have a go. And here he is on the run. Is he going to turn in time? Can we see it travelling towards the bowl? Is he going to turn in time? He's close to it. Oh, well, it didn't all go to fashion for Shane Sincock.
Very
Because what
unlucky.
actually happened, he got the edge of the shot bowler, went across and got his own, pushed it out to the side, and I think he could be still one down. We can see the two bowls that they're looking at immediately past the jack, and it's one shot to Matt Gallop because we've had the indication from the fella down on the left-hand corner of our screen as we see Shane Sincock's bowl, makes connection with it, but then takes his own bowl out. And that, of course, is the danger of when you only have one bowl in the vicinity. Well, Matt Gallop, he can wrap up the first set with this bowl. Got ample room to draw another shot. Take it out by 10-5. However, they will play out the 9 ends. How's Matt Gallop looking? Is he going to take out the first set? Is he going to take out the first set? He certainly has. The crowd is starting to applaud. They know what the situation is. It's Matt Gallop who picks up the 2 to take it out by 10-5. However, they will continue to play the set out.
So the Galloper takes it out to 10-5, 8 ends. Remember, they will play all 9 ends of this first set.
The 9th end of the first set, having a look at changing his hand to see how it's going. I can tell you, Shane, that history tells us that the other side of the rink is the more favourable side. However, being the left-hander, you just never know, because a left-hander, Richard, you'd know, being a left-hander yourself, you can get down a different line, can't you, than the right-hander bowler?
Certainly can change the angle being a left-hander, and we've seen right-handers struggle down that side of the rink, but coming from a different angle, Shane might be able to pick it up a little bit easier.
Well, let's see how he does in this, the last end of the first set. Beautiful blue skies in the background. There's Shane Sincock. Draws another one. He would have dearly loved to have a couple of balls that close on the previous end. Matt Gallop delivers, follows through. Look at this from Matt Gallop. Shane Sincock studying it. One down, looking for some connection with the jack or the bowl. Picks up the jack, takes it back, and, well, look at that. The one bowl of Matt Gallop sitting to the back of the rink, and that's where the jack has gone. Well, it runs for you, or it runs against you, and on this occasion, it's luck in favour of Matt Gallop. And showing good form, isn't he, Richard?
He certainly is. He's certainly picked up the speed of the screen very well.
The last end of the final set. 2 holes to come. One from Shane Sincock, one from Matt Gallop. There's Sincock. Delivers his last bowl of the first set. We get, well, once again, that's the way it goes sometimes. Well, he can just walk up the green and say, oh, I'm going to put that set out of my mind and concentrate on the next one.
Well, it's something you have to do, even though he knows the first set's already gone. seeing a bowl go through a hole like that can still affect the way you're thinking going into the next set.
The final bowl from Matt Gallop in the first set of 9 ends, coming up short, and he will take 2 shots out of it and take the first set out by 12-5 to Matt Gallop. A convincing display in the end for Matt Gallop, tight all the way through when the players were 5-all after 6 ends, but Matt Gallop scored on the remaining ends. As we see Matt Gallop with his second to last bowl, picking up the jack. No, just slips past it, but there's another shot. Excellent. Set number 2. Shane Sincock started well at the beginning of the first set. Went off the boil a little bit, picked up a 3 to bring himself back in the game, and then failed to score in the remaining 4 ends. He wants to change, and that's how he can start to do it. Matt Gallop responds very good, but still looks like the shot remains to the maroon coloured bowl of Sincock. Well, pointed again, Shane Sincock. Oh, that's excellent stuff. Very good bowl, Shane Sincock. You need to produce that for the next 9 ends. It's going to be tough for him. Matt Gallop's on form. Matt Gallop, second bowl, going past the jack. Good metre and a half. Shane Sincock here, Richard, just looking to perhaps tuck the jack around the corner.
Well, that would be ideal for Shane here. 2 great opening bowls. Great way to get started for the second set.
How's he
He
looking?
looks good again. Those great opening bowls.
Well, 3 shots to Sincock. Will we see the attack from Gallop? I'm sure we will. Matt Gallop on the mat, letting go with the drive. On his way. Well, it's a good fast run. It's not really a drive. Pretty much on target. It's getting into the target area. How do you like that? How do you like that? He chases the ball up the green. He's happy. He was 3 down. And look at the amazing turnaround. Shane Sincock, 1 bowl to go. Will he look at playing with some weight as well? Changing his hand. Sincock wants a similar result to Gallop. How's he looking? Is he a touch wide? Is he a touch wide? Oh, well, he's certainly finding those holes as Shane Sincock. Have a look at the bowl played by Matt Gallop. 3 down, 3 maroon bowls. Look at that. Hits one, hits his own bowl, follows through, tucks in beside the jack, falls over. Look at it. Absolutely magnificent. Matt Gallop delivering on his forehand. Looking to add another. He's kicked off the second set in fine style as Matt Gallop.
It's looking good again here too, Terry.
Have a look at this from Matt Gallop. Have a look at this. Oh. Well, very close.
Looks like two. Our lollipop man says two.
That's a two. Well, that's great bowls from Matt Gallop. He had a good, firm run shot on the backhand, then got on the mat and drew another shot on the forehand.
First time we've really seen him under pressure, and what a great shot from Matty Gallop.
Yes, and look at what he followed up with. That was magnificent. Well, that 2 shots to Matt Gallop.
Big smile from Matt Gallop, and no wonder.
Well, Shane Simcock, he said, I've thrown a long end and I'm going to make it longer for you. Picks up the jack. Well, it's interesting, we saw him try out the other hand at the end of the last end of the first set when there was nothing riding on it, and he's immediately gone back to the one that he enjoyed to some extent earlier on. It's just been the skill of Matt Gallop. He's been playing outstanding bowls in this particular game.
What a reply here from Matt Gallop.
Shane Simcock needs to get a connection. Well, I think that'll just about wander through to the ditch, won't it? Yes, enjoy the trip. Matt Gallop on the forehand. Slapped his thigh. Didn't really see it there, but may have heard it. Wasn't happy. That's the reason why he wasn't happy. It's another one up on the bank. Pulls the chin in, thinking about it. Says that I have won the first set. 2 shots up in the second. Just got to settle myself. Carry on in the form that I have been displaying so far. Simcock. Close.
Well, as they say, that's a good bad bowl, Terry, in our sport.
You might just want to explain to viewers a little bit more about that, Richard.
Well, he's just finished underneath, which creates a big target for Matty Gallop, and sure enough, we see Matty running down now on the forehand side.
Well, he looks to be wide. And one of the things I did notice when Matt Gallop delivered that bowl, it seemed to come away with a bit of a bump. Didn't deliver it very well, and that pushed it out. So we'll see Shane Simcock. He's been in a final already through this Truss New Zealand Open. Here we see Matt Gallop. Yep, see, not happy. And a very good reason to be not happy.
Well, another good track here from Shane.
He'd dearly love to pick up a couple of 3 shots here, wouldn't he? Gallop just with the 1 bowl on the green. Has he got 3? Oh, well, look at it.
Once again, he's broadened the target.
Yes. Matt Gallop. Look at him deliver this bowl. We'll see it come out of the hand. Get away smoothly, a lot smoother than the previous one, but maybe still wide again, is he? Go.
Just hanging on that forehand side there, Terry. We've seen a lot of runners in previous finals that have drifted wide down that side.
Yes, well, perhaps a little bit surprised even that Matt Gallop didn't have a drive at it. Maybe he was tempted because he had the bowl behind and was looking. You can see it's just a run shot, it's a weighted shot. And if he picked up the jack, he was perhaps trying to bring the bowl into play, the one that was past the jack. And he says, no, you're not good enough. Well, certainly what Shane Sincock needed, a 3. Give him some confidence and bring him into the second set. It's only the second end, the start of the third. He needed to score. He needs to win the second set to force the tiebreaker. A draw is in Matt Gallop's favour.
Great opening bowl here from Matty Gallop. Great way to recover from that last end.
Yeah, we're seeing some excellent bowls from these two players. That's the reason why they are in the final. Shane Sincock, first bowl. In the forehand.
Very similar track to his first bowl here, Matty Gallop. Just starts breaking down towards the head. He's not quite going to reach. Has covered the jack there.
Shane Sincock. Second bolt looks to be heavy again, isn't he?
Just drifting past again. Probably hasn't drawn second either.
Matt Gallop delivering on the forehand. Coming up short, but it still could well be another counter. Some pressure going to go on Shane Sincock now, because he is 3 down, as Ellie Forsyth indicates to the crowd.
Maybe tempted to try and reach down through that port there, Terry.
Well, we've certainly found it as one of the hard shots to play, though, with some weight. It's on his backhand. Shane Sincock travelling towards the shot to bowls. Will it turn in time? He yells it out to turn, but I don't think he's going to turn in time. Well, connection with the... Well, I suppose we can say a little bit of slice of luck, really, because he got onto one of the short bowls, although it was a shot, propelled it onto the jack and has reduced the count to 1. The 2 maroon bowls of Shane Sincock past the jack, second shot. So certainly improved it from his point of view. He's got 1 bowl left to correct it entirely. Matt Gallop.
That last bowl may have protected Shane's second shot, possible second shot.
Might look at playing with some weight for the jack.
Bowl or the jack here, I think.
Well, Richard Girvan, that's why he's a gold medalist, because he has predicted the shot that Shane Sincock will play. Playing with some weight. He's got connection on the front bowl. Well, he would have dearly loved to pick up the jack. Well, it's 1-2 Matt Gallop. There's 3 ends completed in the second set, and it's all tied up at 3-all.
3-all. Shane Sincock and Matt Gallop.
Shane Sincock on the mat. He's been given the jack and the mat by Matt Gallop. And said, here, you lead off. And he does so. Looks to be very heavy, this bowl. Dear me, says Shane Sincock. Look at this. Into the ditch. Well, not happy at all. He needs to just settle down a bit. Disappointing opening bowl. Matt Gallop. Continuing down the same side of the green, studying it intently. Matt Gallop got good reason to study it intently as well. Look at that, good opener from Matt Gallop. Improvement needed from Shane Sincock. That is an excellent reply from Shane Sincock, putting his first bowl in the ditch. Matt Gallop just looked to be in his draw line, but no. Shane Sincock says, I can stay there and draw the shot, and he did. Gallop, connection on his own bowl. Well, did he get it up enough for the shot? Shane Sincock drawing. Has he got enough to get inside the bowl of Matt Gallop? He has. Oh, how good is that? How good is that? Look at it. It hit the bowl and then it rolled back. That's some good stuff.
That's a great shot from Shane Sincock. Under pressure there.
One down. One down. Yeah.
As we see, the bowl of Shane Sincock just needs to miss the green one. He does so. Gets onto Matt Gallop's other bowl. Sits there momentarily, then falls back over, but it's one shot to Shane Sincock.
It's not far away here, Terry. What a great shot, Matty Gallop.
Well, how do you keep shots in this game?
Very, very tough to keep shots when this young fella's around.
But he not only got one out of it, he's got two out of it. Have a look at this from Matt Gallop. This is outstanding. Changed his hand. Bang, bang, jack. Thank you. Two shots. Shane Sincock on the drive. Look in the area. Can he get a result? He does. Well, we may be able to explain what's going to happen here as we see the jack hit the backboard, come back up the green and go out of bounds. And you'll see our marker, Ali Forsyth, he will take the jack and we can see some white spots on the side of the green and the jack gets placed on that white spot. This is how it happened. Shane Sincock straight down the centre line. Look at it coming down the white line and touch a bolt onto the jack. And now it is respotted because the jack was burnt on that particular side of the head. The jack was killed, went out of bounds, respotted. And it is Ali Forsyth, the marker, who respotted it and has given us an indication that Shane Sincock now holds two shots. All right, Matt Gallop. How good is he? How good is he? He looks to be pretty good. Will he stop in time? Will he stop in time? I don't think so. Into the ditch. Well, Matty Gallop, he just had plenty of room, didn't he, Richard?
Certainly did. Certainly had plenty of room there, Terry, and unfortunately wasn't able to capitalise. Great drive, though, from Shane Sincock.
Well, we see the last bowl from Matty Gallop, and he's got probably a good couple of metres. And no, too heavy, and heads through to the ditch. So it's Shane Sincock on an end that chopped and changed with every bowl, as we see part of the fantastic crowd here watching the bowls. Matt Gallop. Well, 4 ends played. It's Shane Sincock who's picked up a 3 and a 2. Matt Gallop a 2 and a 1. And Shane Sincock needs to win this second set to stay in the game. Needs to win the second set. Lost the first by 12-5. Currently leading 5-3 with 5 ends to go. Good opening bowl from Matt Gallop, and a better one from Shane Sincock. Well, he's picked up his game, hasn't he?
Certainly has. He knows it's getting to crunch time in this game for him, and he's certainly been able to step up here. Here comes the reply from Matty Gallop. He looks to be on target too. What a great reply from Matty Gallop, down on his forehand.
Shane Sincock. His reply. Have a look at this.
Shane Sincock.
Have a look at it. The ball falls up. Amazing stuff, eh? This is what the crowd has come to see. Oh, we've kept the best for last. We've kept the best for last. It's absolutely fantastic stuff here at the Open final. The men's singles final. Look at this from Shane Sincock. Oh, marvellous stuff, isn't it? Look at that. Yep. He doesn't say too much, does he? He's pretty... he doesn't really change his expressions too much, Shane Sincock, does he?
No, he doesn't, but he does look a little bit more relaxed.
Right, we can see the bowl for Shane Sincock. And the reason why he's playing this bowl is he's predicting that perhaps Matt Gallop may attack. And if the jack gets burnt or killed to either side of the rink, then he may not. But no, Matt Gallop just playing with more of a draw shot, looking to move the jack.
He's looking to sit the Sincock bowl here on his forehand side, or maybe trail the jack. And I'll tell you what, he's very close here.
There it is. There it is. Yes. But now don't we see the beauty of that bowl that Shane Sincock played. He's got one at the back now. He needed to have some cover behind. As Shane Sincock looks to change hands, 2 down. We'll be playing with some weight, I can assure you of that. He's got the full-blooded drive. He's got the jack. Oh, well. No worse off. Got the shot bowl, came across, got onto his own bowls, and still drops 2. So here we go. Have a look at this from Matt Gallop. He's 1 shot down, and he's drawing this with enough weight to get the catch on the bowls and move the jack to the side. It's some outstanding stuff here at the Henderson Bowling Club. Matt Gallop picking up a 2. This is the direction that Shane Sincock has been scoring, and the other direction is this way that Matt Gallop has been scoring. And it's funny how you get into a game, Richard, that you tend to score going one particular direction. And we've seen it here quite a bit in this game, that Shane Sincock is dominating this direction and Matt Gallop the other. Change of hand from Matt Gallop, forced onto his forehand. The side of the green that has been more difficult.
Well, as you say, Terry, Shane's really picked it up going this way. Looks to be a fraction tighter here. But his weight is not too bad again.
Matty Gallop. Out of the Eastbourne Club in Wellington. Drawing on the forehand, looks for some connection onto the shot bowl, but drifts across the face of it. Well, Shane Sincock says, "I'll look at drawing another shot."
once again he's presented a chance for Matty Gillip here. Not too dissimilar to his last bowl.
It's sort of what we would say a catching bowl there for Matt Gillip, isn't it? It's just short of the jack. It's something that he can use, rest on. As long as he keeps his weight to it, he just needs to make sure he's got his weight to it. I think he has. He's got to be close to it. He's got to be close to it. Well, he really just wanted a touch more weight, didn't he?
Just a touch more, he would have set that bowl, or quite possibly held up and got that jack.
Certainly reduced the count anyway. It's Shane Sincock that holds one. And now changing his hand as well. The side of the green that he's going to play down.
Looks to have a similar track to Matt Gillip. Just not quite sure he's got the weight.
Let's wait till it finishes. Let's wait till it finishes.
Wow.
Oh, look at that from Shane Sincock. Well, can the pattern continue? Will Shane Sincock end up with the shots on this end? Yes, look at the bowl here from Shane Sincock, holding one shot. The bowl at the right of the jack, drawing in, uses the Gillip bowl to just rest it on. 2 shots. Matt Gillip followed down the same line that he had with his previous bowl. Touch more weight for him. Looks to be wider. Looks to be wider. You see what's happened, Rich? He's put on quite a bit of weight and it's just hung wider.
Well, we've noticed that right throughout the game down that forehand side away from the clubhouse. As soon as you start playing that weight, it just seems to drift a little bit against the bias.
And it's the 2 shots from our lollipop man, Ali Forsyth. So patterns continues. 2 shots to Shane Sincock. Goes out to a 7-5 lead. Matt Gillip delivers a near full-length jack. The third last end of the second set. It's 7-5 to Shane Sincock.
The last few wins, both players have tended to stick to the longer length end.
Oh, I think they're just finding the green far too quick to play short ends. Trying to get a bit of feel about their delivery.
I think that's definitely the case. Shane Sincock just missing the jack, drifts past. Still a good opening bowl.
Yes, it is a good opening bowl, but so often, as we've seen in this match, it's not good enough to keep the shot at the end. It has been an outstanding display from these 2 bowlers. Gillip also drifting through. 1 to Sincock at the moment. He would dearly love to score on this end. He has failed to do so, coming this direction for, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last 6 times we have played in this direction, and it has all been Matt Gillip. Gillip looking to draw, pulling up short, close for shot.
What's happening there, please, Ali?
It's Ali Forsyth, New Zealand representative, marker for this game, has indicated to Shane Sincock, I think you may be 1 down. Doesn't need to change too much. Shane Sincock reasonably well greened with this bowl. Reasonably well greened. He's looking to be on a good path. So he got the jack. Any movement's going to be in his favour. That's great stuff from Shane Sincock. He was one down. Picked up the jack. Well, if Matty Gallop fails, the tide might be turning.
Oh, just starting to change now. Big bowl here for Matty Gallop.
Here we see the bowl from Shane Sincock. Look at it tracking towards the jack. He gets the front edge of the jack. That's ideally what he wanted. Punched it back. Brought his other bowl into play. Matt Gallop, last bowl. This is the 7th end, second set. Needs to recover. 2 down. How's he looking, Richard?
Pretty fair track here, Terry. He's extremely close here. This is very close here. What a great bowl here, Matty Gallop.
Well, there we go. Look at that from Matt Gallop. Outstanding stuff.
Cool as you like, 2 down, and just see that bowl drift in beautifully.
Have a look at this from Matt Gallop. Outstanding stuff. He took his green, he had the weight, he drifts past the jack, and we see it drop over. Shane Sincock. So a wee channel for him to come down, perhaps on the forehand between those two front bowls. His forehand, the left-hander. There must be something he can see there, because that's what he's looking for. Has to be tight. I don't know if he's going to hold enough. I don't know if he'll hold enough. He's at the outside of it. So the pattern continues. 7 times in a row it's Matt Gallop who's scored in this direction. Only scored a 1 on this occasion. It's Shane Sincock that still leads by the 1, 7-6. 2 ends to go in the second set.
Matt Gallop having taken the first set.
Enjoying the hospitality of the host, Henderson Bowling Club. The Trust New Zealand Open coming to its closing stages. Possible 5 more ends to play, 2 in the second set, and if necessary a tiebreaker of 3 ends. Gallop drawing the shot. Shane Sincock leading 7-6. Second last end of the second set. 12-5 it was to Matt Gallop at the completion of the first set.
That's a great response from Shane Sincock.
Well, we certainly can't complain about the calibre of bowls in this match.
The crowd has certainly been treated to a great exhibition, especially in the second set here.
Yes, it was close in the early stages of the first set, but then it was a fine performance from Matt Gallop over the last 4 ends, picking up 3 and 2's 5, 6, 7, 8 shots to take out the first set by 12-5, but the second set simply outstanding. Shane Sincock gone wider, looking to get around his own bowl, perhaps for a bit of cover in case the jack is trailed by Matt Gallop. Gallop on his forehand, looking for some contact with the shot bowl or the jack. He looks to be very narrow, as we see it travelling down the green. Certainly is. Hasn't got the weight either. I don't know, perhaps he's just looking, Richard, to get some movement of the jack. You can see there's 2 green bowls in behind there.
I definitely think that was his intention, but he didn't quite have the weight.
Shane Sincock, what does he have to do? Get some cover in there now.
Well, I actually think a little trail himself wouldn't be a bad option here.
Okay, well, let's see how Richard Gervin reads it. He's the same like-minded as Shane Sincock. Well, the theories were there from the commentators, but the player was unable to put it into practice. He's really perhaps just forced back to playing with some very controlled weight. The young fella, he won't shy away.
Certainly gone against our predictions. He's playing weight down the forehand side.
No, he's going to have to be careful here. He's going to have to be careful here because that is the danger. Have a look at it. Have a look at it. It might be more than one for Shane Sincock.
A reminder, folks, for those new bowls, if you're visiting for the first time,
Well,
singles played over
have a look at this
six,
because Ali
Forsyth
Forsyth is sticking up the 3. Well, there was always a danger for Matt Gallop. We called it from the commentary position, but the young people these days have no fear, mate.
No, they don't. A little bit of inexperience maybe. But down there on the forehand, you see, punches his own bowl clean out.
Well, we were surprised to see Matt Gallop play that. And it's on his mind now. 10 points to 6, playing the last end of the second set. Shane Sincock can feel a lot happier, I'm sure. He lost the first set. Was held 1, effectively given a 3. He's 10 to 6 up. So Matt Gallop has to score a 4 to save this set.
Not a bad way to start either.
Not a bad way to start at all, hey? But Shane Sincock will be conscious that he can let Matt Gallop have 3. Won't worry him.
I just wonder if it plays on his mind, as you pointed out, Terry, that it's been a long time since he scored going this way.
Well, it certainly is. Not a bad reply from Shane Sincock. The last end of the second set. Will we see a tiebreaker? The women's finals, of course, last week convincingly won by Joe Edwards. 2 straight sets. As Matt Gallop knows he's got to score a 4, and he's starting off on the right foot to do it. 4 to Matt Gallop. Will we bring a tie to a set, and it's all over? Matt Gallop having won the first set. Shane Sincock looks to be on a good line. Depends if he's got the weight. I don't know if he has. He's chasing it up the green and he looks to be pulling up short. Well, he's offering an opening to Matt Gallop. Matt Gallop, 3rd bowl. Looks to be well tracked again, Richard.
Very good track again. Matt Gallop only has to beat that front bowl of Shane Sincock's, and I'll tell you what, he has. This is a great shot.
Well, looking to drive. Matt Gallop got a smile on his face. Can I keep them? Removal of any bowl has got to be good. Well, Shane Sincock under pressure. Look at him. Grumpy with himself. Last couple of drives have been a little bit wayward. Have a look at it. The drive from Shane Sincock. Catching the front bowl. Well,
Effectively, he's only got a 1-bowl target.
that's all it is. There's a gap between the bowls and the jack as well. You see it there. It's the 2 bowls on the right that he's driving at.
Tracking very well again, Matty Gallop.
Well, Matt Gallop looks to be
He has
heading
played
towards a
this
4. Will he stay there? Will it be a 4? It's fallen over. The pressure's on Sincock. The pressure's on Sincock.
An indication here from Ellie Forsyth. And we believe 4, we believe
It's
4.
Matt Gallup that's lying the 4. Well, the game could be all over. This would be disastrous for Shane Sincock. He needs to remove one of the offending bowls. He's on the mat. The crowd goes silent. He's on the drive. Looks it up. Eyes up his target. He's pulled it. He's pulled it. He's pulled it. It's all over. It's all over. It's Matty Gallup that's won the event. He's picked up a 4 to tie the last set. Well, absolutely amazing bowls from Matt Gallup. Picking up a 4, tying the second set at 10-all, taking up the first by 12 to 4. The New Zealand Open singles champion for 2008 is Matt Gallup.
Fantastic bowls. Matt Gallup having won the first sets.
21-year-old Matt Gallup playing out of Wellington, but Blenheim-born wins the Trust New Zealand Open men's singles title. That was a hell of a match. You got the first set comfortably, but nice and tight in that second.
Yeah, I wouldn't say comfortable in the first set, but a few more shots come off, and then second set Shane played. He played brilliant, and to be fair, on the last end, needing a 4, I wasn't really holding much hopes, but I just tried to chuck him as close as I could, and it paid off.
Yeah, mate, you certainly don't chuck him. You seem to favour the clubhouse end when you were bowling down that end.
Yeah, I got onto a good line on the forehand going down there early, and I just tried to stick it out, and it was bloody hot out here. I was just trying to concentrate very hard, and Zinni was playing a pretty good bowl, so, oh mate, nah, just stoked.
Where does this stack up as far as your early career goes?
Oh, definitely the best. Haven't had anything close to this before, so it's pretty good.
Mate, congratulations. Trust New Zealand Open singles champion.
Thank you.
All right, 21-year-old Matt Gallup wins the blue ribbon, the marquee event here at the Trust New Zealand Open, to finish off what has really been a wonderful tournament here at the Henderson Bowling Club. They've turned on fine weather, although it was a little dodgy early in the week, but it certainly has finished off in fine style. A 4 and the final end for Matt Gallup to win the men's singles title. Trust you've enjoyed Sky's coverage of this 2008 Trust New Zealand Open. Until next time, take care.